All right, DeAndre Ayton, you get your first victory as a Laker, and Minnesota took the lead early. You guys really had to use a lot of force to get back into it. What did it take tonight?
Just trusting Luka, trusting the coaches, following the task at hand. Mainly coming in tonight, we wanted to just protect the paint, not give them easy ones. And they made some tough shots, but we was making our shots as well, and we tried to get back on defense. It was killing us early in the transition, getting the ball out early and getting down the floor. So we started to pick up on that end. Just made some adjustments quickly. And, it was like a playoff game almost, the amount of adjustments we did on the defensive end, just to get back in the game.
DeAndre, you had a couple of big dunks inside the second half. Things seemed to open up with Luka and Austin scoring on the perimeter. What did you see from your guards tonight?
Man, they were on fire. I just truly appreciate their craft. Just how crafty they are by themselves as well. But, just getting that guy off them a little bit, opens up the floor for everybody and me rolling to the rim. So, it's almost like picking your poison and, them dudes went off.
DeAndre, what adjustment did you guys make at halftime defensively? It looked like you made an impact there.
Yeah, just mainly sticking to our rules and principles, really trying to show Anthony Edwards, a full team guarding him, a full five, and really just not making him get to our rim. We'll settle for fadeaway jump shots and, little outside paint shots, and, we live with a contested three. But other than that, I feel like we all did a good job locking up the elbows and boxes, just really showing them a huge presence.
And then last one for you, head to your first Laker road game now in the regular season up in Sacramento. What's going to be the key for you?
Mainly just staying consistent, being together and just playing defense, putting defense first to create our offense.
Appreciate it, DeAndre.
Thank you so much.
All right. Luka, the statistical production kind of speaks for itself in the efficiency and where you're getting your shots from, but how JJ talked about you kind of managing the game, right, and when they were blitzing, making the right passes, the rebounds. How did you see that kind of the whole picture for you in defending as well?
Yeah, I feel like in the second half, they were trying some blitzes. I think the paint was more close, so that's how I tried to, how do you say, kind of control the game, And I think I managed that good today. A lot of times, sometimes I don't do it, but I think I managed that good today.
It's the first time a Lakers started the season with 2 40-plus point games. How about this kind of continuation from how you were playing with your national team, feeling healthy? How has this felt to start the season for you?
It's felt great. Yeah, we should have won the first game, but obviously it's a good comeback. I think Minnesota is a great team. We had to do a lot to win today. But myself, I feel great. Just trying to and want to win every game.
Luka, obviously you want to get everyone involved, but in the first quarter when, they were burning up the nets the way they were, did you feel like you had to kind of keep pace with what they were doing? And then, I guess, how did things open up as the game went on for your teammates?
I feel like, we started when they were up 10 in the first 5-6 minutes. So I felt, we just needed to be more physical, not only on the defensive end, but more on the offensive end too. So just trying to drive the ball, read the defenses, and just go from there.
When you think back to last year's first-round series, what comes to your mind, and did you think back to it at all over the last couple of days coming into tonight?
I honestly didn't. As I always say, last year was really tough for me. Just want to forget about last season, just trying to move on. But I didn't really think about that first series, just because, we're second game. We're going to meet them 2 or 3 more times, so it's going to be a war every time we play them.
Luka, everyone talks about the joy you play with. You did a little shimmy there after the 3-point shot. Where did that come from? Was that a Steph Curry steal? Was that Luka's steal? Shimmy?
No, it's honestly because I don't know what to do at those moments. I said that before. I just do some stupid thing and I don't know what to do. And that just came out. It's got to be better. I got to work on it.
Austin, Minnesota was hot early. Had jumped up by 10 plus, maybe 11 at one point. How quickly did the counterpunch as the team come? What did you guys do to kind of hunker down and just steadily chip away until you're able to pull away?
You just stick with the schemes. They made a lot of shots. We had a couple blown coverages. I had a couple. DiVincenzo got a couple threes on me, and you just got to really pay attention to the details with them. They got a lot of guys that can shoot it. They move a lot, and obviously Ant's one of the best players in the league. So it's tough, but when they go on a run like that, you got to realize that it's a long game, and you have opportunities to come back.
I mean, we all know that when Luka got here, he was coming off the calf injury, right, and it was going to take him some time. What have you noticed about kind of how sharp and crisp and explosive that he is to start this season?
You've seen the dunk, and a very explosive. But
different kind of explosion.
I mean, I would claim it as a dunk, but I'm not very athletic, so sorry.
You are relative to the average person, I hope.
It depends. I don't know. I mean, he's obviously one of the best players in the league. He's been that since he's got in the league. So the stuff that he does isn't a surprise to anybody. It's not like it's crazy because you look at the numbers that he's putting up, but he does it within a way that everybody's involved. He's such a good passer, and that's enough compliment for him.
All right, we'll move on to some other guys then. Marcus Smart, I think, only took 1 or 2 shots. He was plus 24 off the bench. Does that kind of typify the energy and the effort you got from not just him, but Vanderbilt, some other guys as well?
Yeah, I mean, everybody that came off that bench, and that bench group was big for us. They guarded at a high level. And he's just competed. They had back-to-back possessions. Marcus got 1 steal, should have been 2. He lost the other one, but just laying his body out on the line for us and giving us opportunities over and over again. That's the same with Jake. DA was a monster tonight. So just continuing to build those things and trust in one another, and we'll be fine.
To hear from Coach JJ Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.
JJ, first, what did you just make of Luka and the efficiency and the ways in which he was getting his shots and the whole floor game that he played?
He managed the game really well. By that I mean we needed him. We had to have him scoring early. They were making shots. We made some defensive mistakes. Talked about it in a timeout. We did it against Golden State the other day. We just made stuff up. We've had enough practice now where we can stick to our rules, and if those rules don't work, yeah, we can make an adjustment. And we started getting stops. They went to some blitzes, double teams. He became a willing passer. Defensively early, thought they really attacked him. He responded to that. His defense, from halfway through the first quarter on was really good. And then just you get 11 rebounds out of your point guard is just awesome. So just a complete game from him tonight.
We had talked about after the last game, the third quarter, and it seemed like that was the total switch tonight. What adjustments did you make? It looked like there were a couple different things you were doing defensively, and how did you feel like that played out?
Oh, there were no basketball adjustments. There was a halftime routine adjustment. That's all. They called the first time out, I think, for the first time in Lakers history. The other team called the first time out in the third quarter. Had a nice all right with the group. All right group. Yeah, we did it, So maybe that's the blueprint. Just the coaches, just changing the routine a little bit.